Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. The ocean remains an enigma of baffling secrets and bizarre creatures, until they decide to make an appearance on land. Look how these beachgoers come across some of the most cryptic, mystifying, and odd-looking things washed ashore. Humboldt squid invasion. During a high tide on Santa Cruz coastline, thousands of Humboldt squid carcasses were spotted stretching along a 12-mile shore from Aptos to Warsonville. The incident took place in December 2012, leaving scientists and marine biologists scratching their heads, because in no way such a sight looks usual. And while the general public was advised to not touch or eat the squid as they may contain harmful toxins, one theory accumulates that squids might have gotten disoriented after consuming toxic algae. ALIENOID hand. Life's a beach, or is it a boneyard? A couple, while taking a romantic stroll on the beach in November 2022, caught sight of this skeletal hand appendage washed up in Brazil. After deciding to film the alien bone, it occurred to them how big it was. As big as their slippers, which is pretty unsettling, because in no way it could belong to this world. A marine biologist claimed the eerie hand probably bears the evidence that mermaids do exist. Do they? What do you guys think? Unborn whale calf. After a sperm whale was found stranded in fishing nets in water off the Daya Bay, rescue workers helped the poor mammal get back into the deep sea. The whale seemed to be doing okay until it passed away after a couple of days. Hence, to unwind the cause of demise, an autopsy was conducted, which surprisingly turned into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. The whale turned out to be pregnant, with a baby still breathing inside her womb. Measuring up to 6.5 feet in length, the embryo weighs 243.5 pounds. The baby whale stepped into the world doing just fine. Carcass of a sea monster. A group of quad bikers on a beach found a huge animal carcass washed up on a Bay of Plenty beach in New Zealand, speculating that it's some sort of a sea monster. Measuring around 29.5 feet in length, with the head and teeth of the deteriorated monster resembling something ferocious and prehistoric. The rest of the creature was unidentifiable to the beachgoers because of its state of decay. However, after taking the DNA samples, a marine mammal expert claimed the sea monster is simply a killer whale in its extremely decomposed shape. Giant sperm whale. Measuring up to an incredible length of 18 meters, a sperm whale was found in February 2021, stranded and lifeless from the shallow waters of the Bohai Sea in Dalian, northeast China's Liaoning province. With a whopping weight of 40 tons, the giant beast turned out to be an old-aged male whale. According to experts, since there are no such signs of wounds or fatal injuries visible on the whale's body, it's hard to identify what led this monster to get doomed in utter misery. Today, the massive discovery of the whale's plasticized specimen is displayed in the Dalian Natural History Museum. Beluga whale rescue. Not sure how the beluga whale ended up in the Seine River halfway to Paris, but the rescue workers decided to save the lost creature in August 2022. Measuring up to 4 meters in length, the team lifted it out of the water with the help of a tractor and crane in an operation that took almost 6 hours. The creature was then transferred via a refrigerated truck to a saltwater pool in Normandy, but looks like it didn't like the new home, as despite a complex beluga rescue operation, the animal decided to say goodbye to the world. Mysterious globster. In February 2017, a mysterious hairy blob washed up on the shores of Dinagat Island, the Philippines. Seemingly covered in hair, the 6-meter-long object has baffled the locals while speculating the sign of something bad coming. Named as GLOBSTER, this strange creature thought to belong to either a sea cow or a whale. However, experts concluded that the hair covering the mystery carcass's body were in reality the muscle fibers of a body in the very advanced stages of decomposition. Pufferfish rescue. During a nice sandy beach day, a family spotted a fish flipping and struggling to breathe on the sand. The family was surprised to see it blow into a ball. It's a pufferfish, one of the most lethal and poisonous species of fish out there. But since the poor fish was having a hard time surviving, one of the family members decided to rescue it and rapidly grabbed her trowel and rushed to save the pufferfish by bringing it back into the ocean. And see the little one puffed up, floating out on the water. Caspian seal carcasses. On December 5th, 2022, beachgoers were baffled to see 2,500 seals lying lifeless on the Caspian Sea coast in southern Russia. Although the cause of their unpredictable demise is yet to be found out, according to experts, it could be likely due to natural causes, rather than fishing or hunting. But since the Caspian seals are only found in the Caspian Sea and are already classified as endangered, marine biologists have taken samples from seals to establish the cause of this mass die-off. Also, did you know? There are only 70,000 of these seals left in the entire sea. Lancetfish. In November 2021, just after a few hours of a sonic boom, a menacing-looking sea creature with a gaping mouth full of fang-like teeth washed ashore in the morning in Laguna Beach, California. The footage shows the fish flopping and struggling on the sand as it widely opened and closed its long-toothed mouth. Well, upon closer look, it turned out to be a lancetfish, a species typically found in the ocean twilight zone, with an absolutely odd appearance. The fish, however, is not rare, considering it likes to lurk deep in the ocean, but it is extremely rare to spot one alive and washed ashore. Barrel jellyfish rescue. A giant barrel jellyfish, with a reputation of leaving unpleasant rashes in humans, was spotted by a number of people sunbathing on Boisand Beach, Devon, in September 2019. Some were terrified, while others excitedly pushed the jellyfish, which showed no signs of life. Hence, they decided to rescue the unfortunate creature by throwing it back into the deep water. Unable to move on its own, the jellyfish struggled as people tried to push along the waves. Luckily, after multiple tries, a huge wave came, taking the giant fish back to where it belonged. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows, we might even feature it in one of our videos. Today's subscriber pick is a picture of an extremely rare white humpback whale, recently washed up on a beach in Australia. The unusual colored carcass was discovered in July 2022 by a local resident on a remote beach near Mallacoota, Victoria. Measuring about 10 meters long in length, the whale has been confirmed to be a juvenile female. But before this, people thought the white carcass of the young whale might belong to the famous albino whale MEGALODON. However, experts conclude the whale appears to be white as it had been in the ocean for extended periods of time, thereby losing its pigmentation. Prehistoric crab fossil. On April 6, 2020, a paleontologist named MONSTROUS made a remarkable discovery when he stumbled upon a 12-million-year-old crab fossil embedded in a giant pebble at Christchurch Beach in New Zealand. Well, it looks like an ordinary gray stone in the video, but wait until MONSTROUS slowly chips away the pieces of the rocks using AirScribe and reveals a claw. And it was a matter of 15 hours when the crab's entire body finally became visible from the remaining stone. Megalodon shark tooth. In October 2021, a charter captain named Michael Nastasio, while driving through the beaches in Venice, Florida, caught something he's been looking for the past 10 years. Measuring up to 6 inches in length, the fossil turned out to be a tooth belonging to one of the fiercest beasts of the ocean, the Megalodon sharks. A holy grail, that's what experts have been calling it, since back in the Miocene age, they had megalodons swimming in the ocean in Venice. monstrous fish. A couple, while on vacation to a Queensland beach in Australia, stumbled upon a monster fish laying in utter disgustion. Estimated to be 150 kilograms in weight and measuring up to 1.7 meters in length, the class of species is still unidentified. But since the creature had already captured the attention of many, some suggesting it could be the ancient coelacanth, with others claiming it could have been a triple tail. However, with its wide mouth and massive size, authorities believe this fish is nothing but a groper. What are your thoughts on it? Let us know in the comments section. See you next time!